Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, and we got Larry Bird. It's ESPN SportsCenter interview. I'm thinking it is Larry Bird because I saw his face on the front. So we just got to see what this video is hitting for. But you know, I definitely got to cover these interviews. It says 1991, so I'm pretty sure this is the time when he wasn't really. I mean, he was, and I'm not going to say that. I'm pretty sure I know he was balling out, but I know this is time when his back and everything was, you know, messed up. But let's see what this interview is hitting for, man. I'm definitely loving these interviews, man. Hope y'all loving these interviews too. I'm hoping y'all loving these interviews too. But anyway, man, subscribe if you're new, hit that like button, turn on that bell. We uploading every single day, non-stop, man. We just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. But yeah, let's get straight into this interview, man. Let's see what this joint is hitting for. Oh, yep, it definitely is Larry Bird. I see right here. Okay, let's get it, man.
His cheek is swollen, and he probably feels every one of his 35 years. But as of this morning, Larry Bird has lifted the Celtics into the second round. And a Tuesday game at the Garden with the two-time champion Pistons. There is a general feeling in basketball this could be Bird's last hurrah, a last best chance for another championship ring. Already that legend is pretty fair.
Whoa, hold up now. You know I gotta run that back. I never saw that one before. Damn.
Do you like it sometimes when
fair?
Yo, that pass, I'm sorry, y'all. I just gotta see it one more time, man. That pass is just so, like, just behind his back, like, bro, man. Oh my gosh, bro.
do you like it sometimes when people will see an interview like this and say, he's a good guy?
I don't really care. People are quick to judge other people. I think the first impression that someone gets will always be the impression they have of someone. I really don't worry about what people say.
But you want to be liked, don't you?
I'm sure I'm liked. I'm liked by my mom. That's all that matters.
Well, George, you raised a good boy.
But, you know, I can't keep everybody happy. You know, when I grew up, you know, there was some people in our hometowns where there was them snotty-nosed bird kids again, because we was always into mischief, we was always doing something. And if you always listen to other people, a lot of people have problems. A lot of people, if you just go around, even in your job, you know, there's somebody talking about you behind your back. And everywhere you go, you have that. And you just got to learn to live with it. And I've dealt with it pretty good.
So your mom, how important was she for you? I mean, she has to be a pretty strong woman, I would imagine.
Yeah. She worked a lot of hours. She always worked in restaurants, always cook and waitress, and always worked double shifts, worked 12, 15 hours a day. And we used to take her check and buy all the food, and my father's check to pay, you know, most of the bills. And we just barely got by. But I think it was, I think it's a way that everybody should grow up.
How do you pay her back, though, with, I mean...
Money. You never...
Yeah, it is, man. hey, that's what it is, man. But that's funny, though.
Never pay him back, you know. I mean, you know, now you just get her a nice home and pay all of her bills, and she hasn't worked now for 12 years, and, you know, I don't know if she might have been happier working all the time.
How has your family upbringing helped you? I mean, does it make you that you didn't have money? Does it make you always want to have money in the bank?
Oh, yeah. I always felt that I was going to do something in life where I could be secure. And now I feel secure. I don't think money's the greatest thing in the world, but I think security is.
That gives it to you, though, doesn't it? In some regards?
In some regards, but I think money's way overrated. I think it's a root of all evil sometimes, but it's always nice to have things, nice things.
You have so much.
Yes, that is true. It's always nice to have things, but money is the root of all evil. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody, oh no, they can't make money. Yes, you're supposed to make money to live and all of that. But let's be real. At the end of the day, when you do pass away, you can't take the money with you. So let's just be real. So don't be too wrapped up into, you know, make sure your mind is clear, not just thinking like, okay, yeah, you got to do this money. Like, don't hurt yourself or drain yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? It could be the richest people in the world, man. I'm not trying to talk or ramble or nothing like that, but it could be the richest people in the world and you're not happy. So make sure when you're doing things and getting money, you're happy at the same time too. I just wanted to say that, you know, because I know some people in this world, this is like a money-hungry world right now. I understand, yeah, you got to make money. Yes, you do. Yes. 100%, 1,000%. But don't let it overtake you. That's all I'm saying, because when you pass away, you can't take it with you. That's all I want to say. But let's get it.
Much money that you're afraid to give it to people sometimes?
Oh, there's no question. I used to give some money to friends, and you know, I found out that not only do you lose your money, you lose your friendship. So I quit doing that. I used to help Eddie out a lot, but I felt at that time that he wasn't doing the things he's supposed to do, so I had to cut him off and spank him and move him on down the road.
How difficult is it for Eddie to be in your shadow?
I know it's been very tough on Eddie, but I didn't really understand that back when I was a little bit younger, you know, when he first started coming up. But matter of fact, I'm sure he had some days where he wished he wasn't a basketball player. But it's also opened a lot of doors for him. He's able to get a college education, and you know, well, the main thing, he's a great kid. You know, he turned out to be a really good kid, and that's the most important thing. But I'm glad it was me being the player, and I'm glad I'm not the younger brother trying to come up, because it is tough. It's tough on everybody in my family.
Did you ever have a nightmare that you lost your shot?
Every dream that I ever had about basketball, I can never make a basket. I never make the basket. I always shoot it, but I never make it. And I don't know why, but you know, I have a lot of dreams about playing basketball, of course, because this is all I do, but I can never make a basket in my dream. We always win the games, but somebody else always makes the shots.
Do you think you're a bad businessman, that a good businessman would take it easy on the court? You know, you could prolong your career, but you play so competitively that, have you ever said, maybe I should ease up to prolong my career?
Well, I remember when I first came to the league and we played against Artis Gilmore, he told me that I wouldn't last very long if I keep diving around. Well, it has caught up with me, and you know, I do dive a lot, and I do spend a lot of time on the floor, and that's probably why I do have a lot of injuries, but that's the way I play, and I'm not going to stop playing like that.
What makes you want to be cocky and say something to somebody?
I was taught at an early age to try to get all the advantage you can. I don't know if it helps or not, but it makes me feel better. It gives me confidence, and I really don't talk as much as I used to because I can't back it up like I used to. But it gets me fired up. I don't know if it does anything to the opponent, but it does. It fires me up.
The Boston Celtics are the world champions for the 16th time, and they have shown the world how great a ball club they really are.
I can remember in '86 after we won it that when I got taken out of the game, my heart was pounding so fast that I thought I was going to explode. It felt like it was coming out of my chest, and I don't think you get that feeling ever, unless, you know, it's something that you're caught up in. And I happen to be caught up in professional basketball, and we won the ultimate game, the championship game, and I don't know, it just gives you a feeling of euphoria that you can do anything. But it just lasts for a minute or so, and then it's look forward to next year.
When you look at Michael and Magic, they're on the cover of GQ. They got clothing magazines with them on it. We'll never see you on GQ, but do you sometimes downplay this French lick Hick, you know, that people look at you and say, well, he's just not sophisticated?
Well, people can identify with me more than they can somebody like a Magic or a Michael. You know, when people look at Magic and Michael, they see him do a lot of national commercials, and, you know, I had my run of that too, and they always see him in, you know, real fancy clothes, and I don't think a lot of people can identify with that. Young kids say, hey, man, I like to be like that. You know, I like to have the fancy cars and the fancy clothes and stuff. But the people back home and the people that I know can identify with me more so than they can identify with Mike or Magic.
Does it bother you when people say basketball is a black man's sport?
Not at all. A lot of people tell me I'm black on the inside and white on the outside. But
did you ever think if you could only jump?
Well, I think about it every once in a while, but I used to be able to jump a little bit, but you know, a lot of injuries is taking a lot out of my legs, and every once in a while I like to be able to fly through there like Magic does, but Magic can't jump either, so.
You ever thought what it's going to be like when you have to take that green jersey off in the final time?
Well, it's going to be tough, but, you know, it's something you have to deal with. It's going to happen to everybody. I'm just very fortunate to play for an organization that won a lot of championships, and when you put the jersey on, it means something.
Dan asked Larry about the pain in his back, about the possibility of back surgery during the offseason, about spending time in traction. Larry does just not want to talk about it.
No, it's just Larry. He doesn't want to give away anything. He says he wants to go for every advantage he can get. He figures if he gives away the fact that he's hurting in some particular area of the body, he's giving something away.
Talking about money, Bob Wolf tells the story. His agent, when he brought Larry and his older brother in to talk business with him as Larry was coming into the pros, put him up in a hotel for a couple of days in Boston. Then the bill came to Bob's office. He expected all sorts, you know, room service, charges, this and that, phone calls. He still to this day keeps that bill, not a charge on it, scrupulous. They were on somebody else's tab, so they didn't charge anything.
Just plain old Larry.
Yeah.
You know, millions of dollars later, plain old Larry.
Right.
We'll be right back with more on SportsCenter as we go to break.
Hey, that was a good one right there, y'all. Leave y'all comments down below. Tell me what y'all think of that interview. Yeah, I like that sweater he had on too. That joint was tight, man. Larry Bird be having some swag. I ain't gonna lie to you, Larry Bird be having some swag. But yeah, man. I'm out of this joint, man. On to the next video. If y'all got some videos you want me to do, leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, that's about it, man. Got an instrumental mixtape dropping June 23rd. It'll definitely be dropping on this channel. You're dropping everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, all that good stuff, man. Apple Music, everywhere. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. I'm on to the next video, man. I love y'all. Peace.